Hey, you!
Me?
Yeah, you! I see you just finished your first art painting.
How do you know this? Are you in my head?
It's okay. Don't ask questions. I just know what you need.
I mean, I do need to know, but this is kind of weird. What?
I'm gonna show you how to varnish your first oil painting where it's nice and easy and you nail it every time.
Wait, how did you know that? That's kind of creepy. No, really, like, how do you know what's going on? I'm super confused right now. Is there cameras?
This is like really weird how you always know what I need. Hey, what is up all you awesome and creative people? Wild here to make sure you become bigger and better with your creative adventures by how-tos, tips, tricks, tutorials, and all that fun stuff with great hair. If you want to help me out, you can hit that big red subscribe button down below and tick that bell so that way you know when my videos go live to help you out. Now, before we jump right into me showing you how to varnish a painting as a beginner, which is going to be a fast and easy way to where you can't mess it up, I need to inform you why you would want to varnish a painting. But before I even do that, I want to make sure you know the reasons why you should even try to varnish a painting and which ones you should varnish. For an easy answer, you should only varnish paintings that you plan on keeping yourself or you plan on selling. Never really varnish anything that's a practice piece because that's a waste of money. Because yes, some varnish materials and some coating materials cost a lot of money. So you want to make sure you spend your money wisely on for what's going to pay off for you. So anything that's a practice piece, hey, don't varnish it, but that doesn't mean a practice piece can't become a finished piece and you can varnish it down the line. When it comes to varnishing any one of your finished pieces, there's three main reasons why you would varnish an art piece. And I'm gonna break it down into a simplified version so that way you retain the information. Reason number one is it's gonna add more saturation to your final piece. When you use something like a high gloss or a gloss varnish finish on your painting, you're gonna add more saturation, brilliance, vibrance, and it's gonna really make those colors pop. Also, a lot of different manufacturers of paint out there don't always have the best pop. They have a dullness to them. And adding a high gloss varnish will give that extra little pop off that canvas, really catching the eye of either you or anybody you're trying to sell your art piece to. This reason alone is why you see so many professional artists use a high gloss varnish because it really makes their art piece pop. Reason number two is more for the professional artists out there. When you add a varnish coating on top of your painting, it's actually going to even out the entire piece. It's going to give it an even gloss or an even satin or an even matte sheen across your entire painting. Again, different paint manufacturers have different types of glossy paint or dull paint or matte paint. And when you can varnish an entire piece, you're making it even across the entire painting, making it more pleasing to the eye. And if you're an artist out there that likes to use a bunch of different manufacturers of paint, or you're a mixed media artist, varnishing your paintings are a must because evening it out is actually going to make it look way better. And reason number three is protecting your painting from environmental effects, as well as making it easier to clean if you need to clean it. When you put a varnish coat on top of your painting, you're protecting it from dirt, dandruff, hairs floating around in the air that could affect it, or if somebody bumps up against it, you're giving it that protective coating. Also, if you're putting it in your house that's in the way of an unprotected window like a screen door or even an open door, sunlight has UV rays in it, which actually can damage paints or even turn them into a yellow hue. When you add a varnish coat on top of that, you're putting another protective screen coating on top of your painting, making it last longer. Also, you're giving it a nice protective coat in case you gotta move or handle it with your hands. And you're also gonna be protecting it from the oils on your hands if you have to hang your painting or move it around at any time. A varnish coat essentially is a nice little shield against the paint, pigment, and canvas. All right, so now you know the reasons why you varnish a painting, but how do you varnish a painting if you're a beginner out there? I really recommend you go with spray varnishes. Now there's many different types out there that you can get into, and I say experiment around, pick one that works for you. But to start out, I would really recommend going with the Winsor Newton Gloss Varnish. The reason I recommend this is one, it's really affordable. You can find it for under $15. It's easy to apply. It basically is foolproof, and it gives you a brilliant, beautiful uplift in your colors as well as a protective coating. Now, when it comes to applying a spray varnish, there is a correct technique, and you first need to start off with the room that you're gonna be in. If you're gonna use any spray varnish, I recommend having the protective face coverings if you need it, if you're very sensitive to vapors, okay? Also, make sure you have windows and doors open if you live like in an apartment, so that way you get good cross ventilation. I really recommend, if you can, do this in a really big room like your garage, provided it's not dirty and free of debris in the air, because anything you spray on, any of that loose air like dandruff and dirt that's in there can settle on your painting. So you want a clean environment. When it comes to spray varnishing your painting, you want to make sure you have the correct backdrop for you. I really recommend just using some Amazon boxes that you've broken down and make them flat against a wall and floor. So this way it catches the extra varnish and doesn't ruin anything for you. Lay your painting against this cardboard here and lay it either horizontal or vertical. Doesn't really matter. And remove the cap from the top of your varnish can. Now, I surprisingly get asked this question all the time. How do you remove the cap on the varnish can? You squeeze the top with your finger and index and pull straight up. I don't know why people have this issue, but there you go. Before you go full ham on your canvas with your spray varnish, you want to make sure you test the spray can first to make sure that it's not clogged and it's spraying to a full bloom. So you want to make sure there's no dribbles or straight lines, because that can ruin your painting. So on your spare piece of cardboard off to the side, or that extra big piece, do a nice little spray to check to make sure that the nozzle is clean. And also this will allow you to find out what is the full bloom, AKA how far and wide the spread will be to where you get a nice even coating. Some cans are different. Some cans are 6 inches away, 12 inches away, 18 inches away. This will give you a good judge of character, so you know how far and out you have to be. When your can is all good and clean and ready to go, we can start spray varnishing our painting. Take your can and start your stream off the side of the canvas onto the cardboard to get a nice constant full bloom stream going, and slowly work from the top of the canvas, either left or the right side, whichever way is comfortable for you, and go across and work your way from the top to the bottom, going all the way off the canvas onto the cardboard. This way you ensure you're getting everything to a nice even coating. Once you get to the bottom, you can work your way back up at the same pace as you worked down. With our painting with our first spray coat on there, we're gonna give it a second coat right away. And what we do is we take our painting, give it a quarter turn, and do the exact same process that we did. Work from top to bottom, going left to right or right to left, and go across the entire canvas, giving it a nice even coating. The reason you do the quarter turn is because your painting may have different textures or pits or peaks within the painting. And when you give it this quarter turn, you're allowing the spray varnish to kind of fit into these little nooks and crannies, making sure you've got an even coating across it. Trust me, this is a good tip. Now, when it comes to dry times of your spray varnish, there really is no one answer. Each varnish manufacturer is a little bit different, which is why I recommend checking out the manufacturer's website. Some will take 15 to 30 minutes, some will take a couple hours. It really just depends on how many coatings you put down and the type of varnish you bought. So do that. Visit the manufacturer's website because it'll save you a lot of time to get the exact answer you want. Spray varnishes are really cool and I really recommend them for beginners. And hopefully you gave it a try. Oh, looking pretty good. But still, how are you in my head? See, I told you, even you would like it and you couldn't fail at it. Now, if you want to help me, you can use the links in the video description down below to some varnishes that I have used, especially the Winsor Newton one that we just showed here in this video. I really recommend it out because it's nice and affordable for beginning painters out there. But let's say you don't have any paintings that you can varnish right away. Okay, got a couple of tutorials over here to the side that I really recommend you check out, especially that Wine Wednesday one. Super fun to varnish because all those bright colors are really gonna pop once it dries. So give that one a shot for me. And I will see all of you awesome and creative people later. Take care, and of course, peace.